Bonjour mes élèves. Comment ça va? It's me, Madam Wright. We are going to start with our song today, how we normally would start class. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire, mon ami? Qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire, mon ami? J'aime chanter, j'aime jouer, et j'aime parler en français. Qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire, mon ami? I know you all have been missing singing in French in our class. I wanted to go over a couple things for our first official week of e-learning. So at this point, for our first day yesterday, you should have completed the study guide and the quiz over invitations and subject pronouns, which we were supposed to do about 2 or 3 weeks ago in class before everything happened. So make sure you complete that study guide and quiz. You should have completed the module. It's the only module listed so far on our Canvas page, and it goes over how to conjugate, which we'll be talking about today as well. So make sure you complete that module, and make sure you have watched my first e-learning video, and it is titled First E-Learning Video Conjugating, okay? So make sure you have done all 3 of those things before moving on to today's activities. Today, we will explain and practice how to conjugate ER verbs, because I know it's a tricky topic. So we're going to be practicing that together today, and it'll help you with some of your assignments that I am putting on Canvas for you. So we'll go through some of that together. We're also going to go over how to pronounce the different forms of conjugation, because some of them, you know, we don't pronounce the consonant at the ends of the words in French typically, so we're going to practice that all together. And then we're going to be doing some exercises on your own. I'll be posting on Canvas under assignments, and that'll be up to you to complete. So please refer back to this video and even my previous video if you get stuck with any of those assignments. And of course, you can always email me. My email's on our Canvas homepage, okay? So let's start with our conjugating review. So I have here on my lovely chalkboard our 3 steps how we conjugate. And right now we're talking about verbs that end in the letters ER. So that's like danser, jouer, manger, chanter, all those activity verbs that end in ER. Okay? So the first thing we do is we chop off the ER, the last 2 letters. And if we're looking at the verb aimer, which we all are familiar with, it means to like, we chop off that ER, and we're left with AIM, and that's called our stem. Okay, so it might even be easy for you to just write out your stem for all your different forms once you've chopped off those last 2 letters. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, AIM, AIM. That's going to be our stem for all of our different subject pronouns, okay? There. And then I'm going to find my subject. And so we're going to start with je. Je is my subject, and typically it says JE. But when a verb starts with a vowel, you do a J apostrophe. And we're familiar with that with j'aime, right? J apostrophe, AIM. And then I add my correct ending. So for je, my ending is, I look at my chart, it's an E. And I add that to my stem. Boom. And it's j'aime. And you guys have been doing this. You've been writing j'aime, jouer, j'aime, manger, all these different sentences without knowing you've been conjugating it. So it should look familiar. Now you're just kind of breaking it down into grammatical terms. All right, so only when for je do we do an apostrophe, get rid of that E, do an apostrophe if the verb starts with a vowel, okay? The rest stay the same. So my next subject, I'm finding my subject, is to. All right, I look at my ending chart. For to, it's ES, so I add that to my stem. ES, all right? Then the next one, il, el, and on. They all have the same ending, and that is E. Easy enough. Then we have new. The ending is ONS. Add that to my stem, right? We keep following the pattern. Vu, I look at my chart, it's EZ. Boom. And then my last one for il, el, pluriel is ENT. Boom. All right? So here are all of my endings. I just used my chart to add them to my stem. And that is how we conjugate for all our subject pronouns. Now I want to go over how these different forms will sound, okay? So I know you probably feel funny repeating after me on a video, but just like we would do it in class, répétez. J'aime. Tu aimes. Notice we do not pronounce that S. Tu aimes. All right, and for il, elle, and on, we say il aime, elle aime, on aime. For nous, we say nous aimons. Nous aimons. Once again, we don't pronounce that S. For vous, we say vous aimez. Our easy at the end of a word makes an A sound. Vous aimez. And ils, elles aiment. We do not pronounce the NT, okay? Ils or elles aiment. Ils aiment, elles aiment. And that's how we pronounce our forms of MA. Also, I want to make a note, because you'll see this too. When a word doesn't have the endings chopped off and you conjugated it, it's just the word with our ER still attached, we call that the infinitive. Okay, we call that the infinitive. So if you ever see the word infinitive, it means that ER is still attached. We haven't conjugated it to work with the subject pronoun, okay? So that's the infinitive. And MA on its own means to like. Now since we've conjugated it, j'aime means I like. You like. He, she, one likes, we like, you all like, or you formal like, and they like. All right, so that is what our different forms mean. Okay, let's try another one, because you will have to do these on your own. Okay, so following our steps, let's practice with chanter. Chanter is one of our activity verbs that ends in ER. And what does chanter mean? Who remembers? If you had to sing, you are correct. So chanter means to sing, right? Chanter. And it ends in ER. This, before we change it all, it means to sing. That is our infinitive. All right? Now we're going to conjugate it and break it down. Since this verb does not end or begin in a vowel, we're going to need our E in je, okay? So we have our je. We follow our steps. Chop off your ending, which is the ER. Boom. I'm left with my stem. Once again, it might be a good idea to write it out. C-H-N-T. C-H-N-T. That will be your stem for all of them, okay? So that is an easy kind of step there. All right, now let's practice out of order. Nous, let's say nous is my subject. I want you to conjugate for nous. We sing. I look at my chart. I find nous. My ending is ONS. I add that to my stem. Nous chantons. Répétez, nous chantons. We sing. All right, now what about tu? You informal. I look at my chart. The ending is ES. I add it to my stem. Boom. All right, you try doing the rest on your own. We'll go over it together. All right, so anytime you have a subject, you will find the ending on your chart, add it to your stem, and there you have your correct form. All right, once again, let's go over the pronunciation, okay? Répétez. Je chante. Tu chantes. Il chante. Elle chante. On chante. Nous chantons. Vous chantez. Il chante. Elle chante. All right, good work. So make sure you follow these steps when you're doing the exercises, okay? And just think through what they mean as well. So if chanter means to sing, and I break it down and conjugate it, this will mean I sing, you sing, he, she, one sings, we sing, you all sing, they sing. Okay? All right, moving on. So that's what you'll be practicing today. Tomorrow, you'll be getting more exercises with this. I'll be kind of switching them up. They're not always going to be in this order. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il pluriel. I'm going to switch it up and with different verbs. So keep following the steps and you'll be fine. Email me with questions. But tomorrow, yeah, you'll be continuing on with these kind of exercises. I'm going to assign you a poster assignment, which I'll explain in 1 minute, which you are going to work on today and tomorrow, due by the end of the week. And then you're going to be practicing with a website, and it's pretty cool. It's like a game-type website called Conjugamos, and you can practice conjugating ER verbs with that. There's also a ton of other vocab you can practice that we have done in the past, so you can review, or that we're going to be learning. So for those of you that are ready to move forward, that will be a good website for you too, okay? Here is what the website looks like real quick. You're going to have to click sign up, okay? And it'll look like this. Personal info, your name, last name, username, you can make it up, but make sure it's school appropriate. And have some form of your name in there so I know who you are. A password for when you sign in, and then at the bottom it says teacher code. And I have posted under the Conjugamos assignment my teacher code, and that makes it easy for you to find the different games that I have specifically for you guys, okay? So make sure you find that teacher code under the assignment on Canvas. If you're having trouble, email me. All right, so that's what that looks like. Now, your assignment for today and tomorrow, you're going to make a cutesy little poster like this. You are going to choose an ER verb that we have learned, so like chanter, jouer, parler, danser, any of the regular ones that we've learned from our activities, okay? And you're going to write the infinitive, so, you know, still with that ER ending at the top, and you're going to write what it means. So I chose danser, and it means to dance. And then, in order of how it kind of is always in order on our chart, I have je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il pluriel. And you're going to list all the different conjugations for that verb that you chose, okay? I just realized I'm forgetting my il and elle pluriel. We'll do that real quick. So if danser is my infinitive, I chop off the ER. I'm left with my stem, D-A-N-S. What's my ending for il and elle pluriel? I look at my chart, E-N-T, okay? Boom. Easy enough. All right, so it must include your infinitive and what it means at the top. Your different forms, so there's 6 of them that will be listed, conjugated, just how we've been practicing. And then an image of whatever your verb is about, okay? So if you're singing, draw a picture of someone singing. You can draw this, or you can do it on a Word document like I did and just upload it, okay? Or you can take a picture of it and upload the picture. That's fine too if you draw it. And then this is a little more advanced. You're going to have just one sentence of saying whether you do that activity well, bien, or poorly, mal. You guys recognize those words from ça va bien, ça va mal, right? So we're just talking about, instead of I'm doing well or I'm doing poorly, I do whatever activity it is, well or poorly. So I said, je danse bien, because I can bust a move every once in a while. Je danse bien. It means I dance well. An example, though, if you do it poorly, and this is true for me, je joue mal au foot. So I play soccer poorly is how that would be translated. But please notice, the mal and the bien have to come right after our verb, okay? So it looks that would seem kind of funny to us. I play poorly soccer, but that's how it has to be in French, okay? It always has to come right after the verb. Same with like j'aime bien, j'aime beaucoup, j'aime un peu, that comes right after it, right? So same, we call that the adverb. The adverb has to come after the verb in French. So just make sure you're using my example to help you. And then the last requirement is that you are going to record yourself saying your reading off your poster to me, okay? So you're going to say, danser, to dance. Je danse, and then tell me what it means. I dance. Tu danses, you dance. Il, elle, on danse. He, she, one dances. Nous dansons, we dance. Vous dansez, you all or you formal dance. And il, elle, danse, they dance. Okay? And then your last sentence, je danse bien. All right? So that will be your poster. That is your little project for our week. And hopefully, if you like being creative and artistic, this will be a good exercise for you. So like I said, upload it, take a picture of it, however you want to do it, or even if you show it to me on your video recording of you doing pronunciation, that works too. Okay? If you have any questions on how your verb is pronounced, email me and I will send you a little video helping you out. Okay? You may not use the verb danser because I just did it. All right? You have to choose something else. And I will put a list under the assignment of all the verbs that you could use that end in ER from our vocabulary. Okay? Sorry, can't use danser. All right. Good luck, bonne chance, and I will talk to you guys soon. Au revoir.